Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host from Pearl Lane, the one and only Master Propaganda Heroes like Defender of the Fatherland, off here to the last match of the current patch, or old patch at this point as this goes out. Here, a 1v1 on a road to Tunis. In the west stands Stana, fighting for democracy, freedom and liberty here with the 1st Armoured Division Baker Company, tasked with holding up the German advance here by Orangepest. As he moves in with the 21st Panzer Division, 2nd or 3rd Panzer Grenadier Company, we got Bessier bikes versus engineers and a fast jeep here with veteran crews out of Stana. So we're off here to a motorized opening here. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued generous support of the Propagandacast, and a big thanks to those who keep commenting and liking. Helps out immensely with the YouTube algorithms, which I'll always try to bury my videos. Also, a big thanks to maybe me for donating to support the Propagandacast for this 100 minutes. There we go. Jeep racing it. Veterans one going to go for this Panzer Pioneer here. Shots being fired here. Jeep closing in swiftly with its 30 cal there. Panzer Pioneer taking damage in the south. Bike pushing in there. Going to flank in and catch the scouts. Maybe go for that Jeep. But then the Jeep is just racing further north to Stana. Knows no brakes, it seems. Until, of course, he gets handed down. In which case, he suddenly knows the reverse gear. Bike swiftly pursuing there. Engaging the Jeep at safe distances. Ralph squad on the way there for Stana. I imagine Orangepest will just go for more Bessieri. Very standard DAK build at the moment, though, of course, by the time this video is out, I imagine there'll be a lot more DAK Panzer Grenadiers. Maybe, I mean, maybe we'll still turn out the Bessieri just better. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Also worth noting here, the capture order so far for Orangepest is like really focused on the victory points. Obviously, it is an actual strategy by DAK players, like you just try and get as big a victory point as possible, then close out the match as fast as possible. There's, of course, as you might notice, a bit of weakness for this type of strategy, which is it does not really have a lot of map control in the early game, so he will be behind resources here compared to Stana, so he needs to make this work, or he's going to be in a really bad place. I'm not talking Stalingrad without winter clothes. So putting pressure on here, we almost got a few upon there, connected, almost got 2 of them, there we go, but still is notably behind his opponent there, despite everything. Jeep hunting down the bike, Bessier being rushed in, the Italian rifleman moving up, GISM moving up, good old-fashioned US infantry there arriving on the scene to put an end here to Orangepest's trickery. Bike hanging back, they're being self-repaired in the south. Other Bessier squad going for that victory point here. Almost got the scouts. We got a 2nd route squad here for Stana. As finding around the cutoff point here continues to heat up like an oven on fire. Bike flanking in here, catching route squad there. Down to just 3 men versus 4, but that said, these are riflemen versus Italian men. And there you go, Rav squad pushed back, G-bolts withdrawing here from the fighting. Some heavy brutality here in the early game. Jeep heavily damaged, bikes fixed up. We got a 3rd Bessier squad out here for Orangepest. Still, he is turning this into something, it would appear. And of course, crucially, did get a wipe in Stana in the early game. Stana is suddenly a bit short here in terms of map control. Meanwhile, Orangepest has got a lot of forces on the field. South here, Rav goes to the Bessieri. Kakanos versus M1 Garants. Stana pulling in for more infantry and more riflemen to match the German-Italian threat here. We got the Bessier Bolsa coming up the rear lines for more troops to throw into their squads. 3rd Rav squad. Got mines, good spot there by the way. Note the positioning here. Kind of creates a bit of a small funnel or bottleneck due to the crate, so a lot of infantry like to go through here, hit the mine. Might even bait some light vehicles into it, so cheeky setup there by Stana. Right, there was the Jeep. We got the Bessieri moving up. Sees in the center there. We got 400 versus 500. I mean, already there's a bit of a lead here for Orangepest over Stana here in terms of victory points. Ooh, narrowly lost the bike here. Might still lose in fact as the Jeep goes after it. Panzer Pioneer also in a pretty weak state there for Orangepest. It's got the light support company up. They could go for machine guns, assault grenadiers, flak feeling could be set up here. I'll have to see what he aims for. Meanwhile, Stana just keeps hitting those pressure points, the field points, the cutoff points. Effectively meaning again, Orangepest just isn't getting a lot of resources. He's also still focusing around here. There's not much attention for someone being put into the south half of the map. Infantry supports in there for Stana, of course, classic upgrade there. Provides a free captain, of course, provides some of the best upgrades in the game, period, to your infantry. That is obviously pretty big there for Stana, and again for most USF players, which is why the Infantry Support Center continues to reign supreme in with the buffs to the Mechanized Support Center, and likely will continue to do so with the upcoming buffs to the Air Support Center. Because nothing beats having your best infantry being cheaper to reinforce and getting a free guy who can call in free artillery. Finding contingency, not a great matchup there for Orangepest. I mean, he's finding rifle at range, but also crucially, he's finding for a cutoff point that's not really leading to a lot there. You could like try pushing south, I feel like, but then again, Orangepest is a much better player than me, so there is definitely a reason for this, but a part of me would probably suggest you do maybe pushing somewhere else. All the way, finally got him off the cutoff point here. We got strength and steel there for Stana. Really aggressive maneuvers here. Plenty of manpower flood here, but Orangepest still not calling in more forces. Motor pool, Panzer's called in there. He's going to definitely try and hunt down that Jeep. Also prepare himself for, say, Greyhound or Chaffee there out of Stana. Which does make sense. And there you go, Panzer is arriving in the 250. They are like to shoot some Panzerwagen. Almost got the Jeep there. The south pushing for that fuel pump, pushing for the northern fuel pump. Orangepest there rather aggressively spreading out. He kind of has to. Seizing the center victory point using the 250 half-track. As it can obviously survive better getting shot at out in the open, and with the infantry side can of course grab the point. Probably should pull out that best air squad, 3 men, very low and healthy, and veterans 1. I feel like that's just way too much risking being risked here by Orangepest personally. Definitely not something I'd recommend anyone less experienced than Orangepest. South side again got the fuel point cut off, almost got the victory point. Center victory point has fallen to the German army and the 21st Panzer Division. We got M31s here, so obviously that's going to be the war machine ability for Stana to, of course, provide him with cheaper vehicles manpower-wise, which, of course, synergizes as well with cheaper reinforcement, meaning with these two selections, you can basically save a lot of manpower on both, like, vehicles and reinforcing your troops. This is one of the reasons why Army is so popular, and, of course, why Infantry Support Center is popular, because, again, they're good individually, and they're even better together. Surprise, I know. Ambulance almost on the way there for Orangepest. Captain there, about to get knocked out. Keep arriving on the scene there. Finding around the center here. Rav squad their low health. Bike racing into this targeting ability. Panzer's moving up. And we got the 250-9 here out of Orangepest. Armored car. South side here, German forces cut off. And at a high risk getting wiped here. Orangepest pushing it to the limit. We got the bite. They're arriving to the scene. Panzer's doing what they can out in the open. Fighting against the American Scourge and the bite. There is low and health. The engine is fuming, burning. The armored car there, the 250-9 Rolls Vorwärts, in the name of Deutschland with its autocannon. Back here, reinforcing healing. Continue to build there for Orangepest. Could go for the Breda soon. Of course, in a pinch, he could also go for the other hand. Go for some Aventus and M1340s. More in a sort of desperate maneuver here. But there you go, Greyhound out. The M8. Getting armored side skirts out of there. It was initially designed as a tank destroyer, as a fun fact, back when the US was, very early in the stage of things. That obviously did not pan out, and of course would later become an armored car. Wouldn't be the first time that happened, nor the last time. In some cases, they took a bit of a series of U-turns, like with the Pershing tank, which initially started out being designed as a medium tank, then got designated as a heavy tank, and then after the war would later become redesignated as a medium tank. And there you go. Mine laid down here minutes earlier by Stana pays off beautifully. Damaged the engine here of the 250-9, allowing Stana's men to finish off the armored car. So that's really just, nice, setup there by Stana. And again, just highlights the power of well-placed mines. They may not necessarily always pay off right away, but sometimes they will, have that big impact at the right time. It's like, the G-Man said, the right mine and the right players can make all the difference. Should have said it anyways. I digress. In the south, back pushing forwards here, Veterans E1. Greyhound still at it. We got the medical station with the Stana. Back here, reinforcing healing. And there we go, we do get the Sun Mentor. So likely, not what Orangepest will go for unless he's feeling like extremely pressured here by Stana, and the Americans, he will likely try and hold out for the M1340. Maybe try and hope for like Pact of Steel to get them cheaper, we'll have to see. And then, you know, try and turn the table around here using Italian tanks. North here, Panzerpionier versus the Jeep there. Ooh, grenade! Which doesn't do too much damage, so surprisingly enough. But... oh, it's the concussive grenade, I guess, but yeah. There's area rushing northwards. Armoured the move, Pack 38 for Orangepest obviously needs some kind of anti-tank weapon. He can't rely full in the Panzerjäger to help with the Greyhound, in part because they can't be everywhere, because they can't, like, you know, do enough damage fast enough. Again, Stana there continuing to exert very strong map control. He does now have the War Machine up there, so again, I don't think he's researched, you know, advanced logistics yet, but, you know, once he gets that going alongside this, he's going to have, like, a really strong manpower economy. He's just going to be getting a lot of stuff at a discount. That will certainly make things tougher for Orangepest. I'll put it gently. Reinforcing healing. Greyhound sniping about. BIR is almost done here. Of course, that's going to be another boost there for Stana in terms of firepower. Bit of a power spike. Sounds like a bike quickly racing away, so got the Jeep hunting down. Bob there from Wisconsin going in as fast as he can. Engineers, though, flanking in. And we've got the Pack 38 in the move. They bite the Russians straight to the ground. Pack 38 sitting up here. And there we go. Good shot there from the Panzerabwehrkanone 38. But bike finally goes down here. It's a Krungstan in there. A small yet critical victory as it will slow down Orangepest ability to seize the map. And there we go. M1340 Caro Amato. Ready here for Orangepest. And the 21st Panzer Division. Fun fact. Large part of the German armored force in North Africa for a good while was in fact Italian tanks. The rest was very old German tanks with a few more fancy models. But there you go, M1340 out here. That will definitely give Orangepest a bit more to work with here against Stana. And the Greyhound's definitely going to get into trouble here. The M1340 moves in there with its 47mm gun. Which is based off of the Italian anti-tank gun, which itself is based off an Austrian design. Austro-Hungarian to be specific. Anyways, there you go. Both Jeep and Greyhound go down here. That is definitely a bit of win here for Orangepest. Ground squad getting flanked here by the M1340 going in hard for Il Duce. Guns blazing. Ground squad there pushed back. Forced off the field. Chaffee's there's on the way, of course, here for Stana to show the Italians who's boss here. Russian M1340 northwards. Ground squad there being called up here by the Italian tank engaged. Center there we got the Panzerjägers facing off against democracy's finest, the riflemen here. They're the 30s. How does it be expected, you know, Pact of Steel to then just churn out more tanks, but at the same time, obviously upgrading your Bestiary with light machine guns is also going to be a nice little surge here.
We have only 250 points remaining.
Sorry about that. Chaffee hard at work there, Pack 38, M1340 there, setting up. And there you go, Bredas on the way. South side, another squad here trying to flank around the center position here of Stana and the 1st Armored Division. Further up north here, bit of progress, but not much. Still, Orangepest has somewhat stabilized. We can see there, the victory point needed hope for has just not really been there. Unfortunately, it's against Stana, able to just, like, you know, shut him down. It's only highlights of this kind of strategy. It doesn't really necessarily work against more experienced players. It tends to work better against inexperienced players with that triple victory point rush who may not quite know how to react properly to that and so will kind of panic. Eugene there goes down as the Italian tank scores another hit. The engineer's been bled out. Bredas on the way there for Orangepest. Another M1340 out here for Orangepest. More Italian steel. Not that it was particularly high quality steel, which was one of the many problems Italian tanks had. One of them being, again, not great quality steel. So even like, you know, the shot failed to penetrate, the armor could basically still risk cracking. So the tank will obviously still be damaged because of that. Let's also never mind the rivets, which would also go off, even if the shot didn't penetrate, which could then kill the crew in the inside of the tank. So, in that way, Italian tanks were very much hazardous for their crews. Now the chaff there for Stana, of course, response here to continue build up of the Italian army here for Orangepest.
We have 200 points remaining.
Chaff is slowly getting ready. Grenades are being chucked here, obviously forcing here Orangepest withdraw, and he does nice withdraw. They're dodging the grenade, and of course a rather sizable medical bill for those Italians that survived there. Tank Nemo continues to provide excellent support here for the infantry. In the center, now the Italian push here. Orangepest looking to leverage his tank advantage, how long it lasts. There we go, veteran 2 Italian tankers there, very good. Truly the elite of the Italian army already, at least the tankers. Because on top of the rivets, on top of the poor armor quality, another thing that resulted in Italian tankers never really getting much of a great reputation of Italian tanks was because most Italian tank crews never really received a lot of training. It was like only, I think, roughly by 1943 that someone thought maybe we should start giving them more training than a few months. Of course, even then there's like other issues where it just overall the quality of the training was also a bit substandard. It's also one of those less talked about elements. People just say Italian tanks are crap, but they talk less about why they're crap, and again, also crucially, they don't talk about the training also not being very good. A lot of mines here causing the Orangepest Bessier quite a bit of grief. Charging forwards up north here. Tanks that's providing some light fire support here with its machine guns and main gun. Building here could end up collapsing. I think that could be a good move there for Orangepest to remove a strong point here that should cover the center there. And make it easier, I think, for Orangepest to push ahead. Carefully sort of weaving in and out, obviously anticipating an anti-tank gun or 2 nearby, so he is trying to like minimize anti-tank gun exposure. Or for that matter, minimize the chance of the chaffies hitting him in a place where it's really going to hurt. And I'm not talking Finland. Or Stalingrad. Or Anzio, like basically any place like that. But anyways, tanks being fixed up there, Bessier rushing forwards, Panzer supporting, occupying good ground here. It becomes harder for Orangepest to just move straight ahead. We got more rifle and for Stana as well. We also got the EC8s that are now open for production. Orangepest can soon go for Pact of Steel, in which case it could of course churn out more M1340s. For those wondering, did they try to upgrade these tanks? They actually did. The last model would be the M1542, which actually had a higher velocity version of the gun there. Some other minor improvements, and in fact also primarily be used by the Germans. Typically, obviously not for the elite divisions. And one of the major battles that one we see part in was actually the Siege of Budapest, where it served with the SS, specifically their cavalry. Orangepest with the Panzer commanders are clearly not just going to rely on, Italian army here against the American war machine. I'd say that is definitely a sensible approach. Now they head on assault here, tanks moving up, bombarding the Americans there, hold up. They could sneak up some force in the south just to grab a bit of terrain away there from Stana. I think they do Orangepest a lot of good. There you go, charging in. And there you go, Pact of Steel. This makes things cheaper by 15%. Not quite on the same level as the EC production. And the war machine there, but that's just manpower. This is also fuel. But getting a small fuel reduction is not quite as big as a big manpower reduction. Jaffe there, then trouble with the Pack 38 there. Better walk position there, almost allowed the Pack crew to finish it off. Rival squad pushing forwards, holding up behind cover, but this is could backfire Stana there if he sticks around for too long. We got fresh fighting in the center there, continued fighting. Orangepest is seeing himself basically by several points. He also got the Southern Victory Point, thinks he's back here for the glory of Germany and Il Duce. Rome. There you go, triple camp here from Orangepest. Looking to turn the tide against Stana once more, and there we go. We do finally get advanced logistics out of Stana. A bit late to the party, but better late than never. No sign of the tank depot yet. once he gets going there, he can start churning out those easy 8s, at which point Orangepest will definitely find himself feeling the heat here. Big time. Chaffee's charging through here, walls crumbling beneath the might of American steel of democracy. Mines down, M1340's moving about. Ralph Squad's there charging in, bars blazing at those Italians. More GRs moving in, Chaffee's charging in there, Ralph Squad falls back with the 2 Italian tanks. Ralph Squad hitting the mine, not the Chaffee, that's a small bit of luck there for Stana, otherwise the M1340s could easily have descended upon the Chaffee and finished it off. That was a bit of good luck there for him. Using with minesweepers, we can see that Orangepest has done a fairly good job. They're carefully mining. Thumbs up. That's good. It's though, of course, he's got nothing to really screen the mines. That's can be a surprisingly important thing as well. In fact, there are cases during Operation Propagandacast where the Serbs laid down massive minefields, enter tank ditches and whatnot, but because they didn't have any forces guarding them, the Germans could just carefully, just move them without, being shot at. So of course, if you're going to lay down a lot of mines, you might want to make sure that you just actually got people making sure your opponent can't just easily walk up and clear the mines so easily. South side here, the grenades going off. Ralph's got pushed back. Southern victory point once more going to fall into the hands of the Reich. Right from the center there, pushing back the Italians. Tanks doing what they can. Got the field for tank here soon. Oh, Flak 36 manpower is obviously where Orangepest is finding the economy is a bit tight. As for Stana, is closing in on being able to build the tank depot and start churning out those Shermans, those EC8s. Tanks rushing southwards there, engaging the M24 Chaffee, rifle advancing, bars at the ready in the southeast. Chaffee engaging the Bessieri. Orangepest there, fighting ferociously, but Stana is no easy opponent himself. Drawing here, could have kept fighting, could have kept trying to occupy the Chaffee, probably realised that would not be of much use for him. Still no sign of anything out of the Panzer Commander. Could be once to go for the Armoured Reserves, maybe a Panther for the Stooks. Would be a half bad choice. Fresh assault here by Stana. Senses weakness here. Orangepest moves straight up through the center. As Orangepest has no infantry nearby, so it becomes much harder for him to just hold the right infantry within anti-tank and backing up. And there goes Stana here. 22-minute mark, tank depot on the way. That is where things will get really painful for Orangepest once the EC8 start rolling. Meanwhile, anti-tanks keep blasting away at his M1340s. Description forcing healing back here. Orangepest struggling with man control steadily again here.
Territory lost.
Feel like something has to change in there. Go. Leichters and Panzergeschütz. Bring in some light artillery here. But also supposed going for discounted Stück as a fuss. But he wants the light infantry gun there for artillery support here against the Americans. Lines are being steadily crumbled here like cookies. We got there the M1340 engaged, rifle charging in there, hoping to catch the tank, then pelted with anti-tank grenades. But Orangepest is able to quickly get the distance in there, always a good thing to keep in mind. South side here, rifle squads moving up against the Bessieri. And in fact, it has become more common for American players just to get that sprint ability in the rifleman, because again, being able to quickly close the distance, pop a grenade or a sticky bomb is really good. Now they've, poured on them while still good, has been made a bit more balanced. That's not to say people don't go for it at all either, but there's definitely been a larger increase in people just going for the sprint ability. As people are starting to just, appreciate just getting able to close the distance very fast, consistently. Captain there falls back. We got 228% and 26. We got a mortar after as well, of course, with calling in the light infantry gun. Orangepest has been able to effectively just significantly increase artillery park here. That's definitely not a bad move at all. Comparatively, Stana has no artillery, so it becomes harder for him to dig in. That's a big win for Orangepest. It all becomes hard for choosers and to take the safely. Again, this definitely represents a good shift in Orangepest's force composition. And again, calling in the light infantry gun is again part of the trick there. So he can then just effectively just pay manpower for the light infantry gun, and then you can just upgrade that with munitions. Again, it is very cost efficient. So sharp play there by Orangepest. Can also go for Panther 3 now. He'll go for the Flak 36. Meanwhile, starting to bring up more anti-tank guns. And there we go. We do get the Flak 36 here out of Orangepest. Opposite concern not about just Chaffies, but also, you know, potential German EC8s or anything else out of a tank depot. I'd say that's a definitely very valid concern to have there as a DAK player. Of course, the Flak 36 is just pretty cool. He has the move, they're spraying everything they can with lead, and then some M1340 responding. And the center shot going in, we got smoke from down as well. Good push there by Orangepest. Stana responding him, flanking in from the south. Grenades being exchanged here. Second anti-tank gun is ready, and we get Armoured search for Orangepest. Does not go for the Flak 36 after all, instead decides he wants the big prize. He wants the Tiger. Bit bolder, but also gives Stana more time to bring up his own stuff here, so always something to be mindful of is, like, you know, how much do you have to sacrifice in terms of, like, time and opportunity when you go for that big tank. So it's worth noting that Orangepest is still behind in terms of victory points, so there's, I think, quite a few risks there involved, but here's Orangepest after all, and I am not very critically. M34 is diving after the Ralph squad. He almost got a wipe here. Down to just 2 men, 1 man there. It's Bobby Lewis out of Massachusetts. And we got there the grenade there knocking out the engine of the M1340. But Orangepest is able to salvage it. Meanwhile, Stana is close again on something a bit more armored there than a Chaffee. Northern victory point falling to the forces of democracy. Orangepest stubbornly closing the gap between the two in terms of victory points.
We're losing grasp of a victory point. Victory point under enemy control.
194 versus 111. Stana filling manpower as he's saving up for those Sherman EC8s. He's got the manpower for them easily. In fact, he's arguably got manpower for 2 attacks to the fuel. That's a bit of the problem here for Stana at the moment. But he's a bit of fuel cache, that takes a bit like that a bit better. Line for gun Ching veterans, you won. Orangepest very close to the Tiger tank, but Stana, it's arguably much closer to the Sherman EC8 here. He just needs to build it. Less than 100 points left here for Orangepest. He continues the advance towards the Tiger, towards Germans. Steel, Deutsche Stahl. In the south here, American forces there threatening the southern flank of the Orangepest positions by the road. We got the Sherman EC in the way of the Stana. Mortify that if posing a problem here for Stana's infantry there. Sherman EC halfway done. Captain there trying to probe a bit in there, but probes too far and gets wiped. At least there's a bit of good luck here for Stana, which is the captain who didn't drop the 30 cal for Orangepest to get his hands on. 89% on 94. Orangepest really close to that Tiger tank. It's pretty much a question of manpower at the moment. Can he get there? In the south, victory point being seized. Chaffee, they're hitting a mine finally here. Orangepest might have a shot at it, but he's also concerned about that victory point. Obviously, M1340 is rushing in. We got into Tangens here. Panzerjäger's trying to do something, but there's just not enough. And we see the Orangepest is kind of forced to give up on the Chaffee for now, at least. He's also starting to quick to bring up more reinforcements to support it. And in the south, the east of the Robin, pushing back the Bessieri. And finally, the Tigers arrived here for Orangepest. Providing him with some crucial heavy armor, but will it be enough here to turn the tide as things are now? Or did he sacrifice too much versus Stana to make the Tiger tank work now? Chaff is there roaming about, blasting at the Bessieri. Orangepest is on the offense now, charging in from several angles here, making it tough for Stana to put up an easy, breezy defense here against the advancing Germans and Italians. Heavy armor there running forwards, shots flying off the frontal armor. And there you go, almost got the anti-tank gun here. Santa is falling to Deutschland once more. Tiger rolling up with its mighty 88mm gun. Adding the Panamatic machining gewehr, that's always a good upgrade. Right from the charging forwards, a daredevil maneuver. Ignoring the mighty power of the Tiger, or just not caring, who knows. Defying death, they push onwards. Even the Tiger reminds them they can't defy 88mm of high explosives for that long. Still, the anti-tanks are backing up. Rifle makes it a bit tough for the Tiger tank to just stand its ground. Easy on the move there once more. Rout squad, they're about to get wiped out. Close call there, but survives. Got 180 versus 81. Orangepest deflecting some forces southward to grab the southern point, or split them off there. Sending the Panzer Pioneers towards the center. Could be a mistake, but I can also see the logic of sending in a more combat-ready squad to fight in its own, whereas the ones that can't fight as independently on their own are then supported more aggressively in the center. Up north, the Italian tanks with RAF squads. Right. Need to get a bit closer, perhaps. They found the Tiger tank, grenades off. Smoke deployed. And in the south here, we got the Chaffee sending by the bestiary. Not really going to do too much here. Fresh wave of attacks here for the center. Orangepest keeping momentum, aggression in the name of Il Duce and Zafira. Targeting shoots, obliterating James there out of Boston. Northern point seized by the Panzerjägers. 165 versus 72 here. Orangepest is back for triple cap almost here. Tiger reporting. Got the Pak 38 right there. It's 50mm gun. Especially yet again, forcing here Stana to commit a larger force here just to get the victory point back from them. And of course now he just withdraws. It's a pretty cheeky one there. But done correctly can of course allow you to, like, gain other terrain effectively if you just hit your opponent's unit with like a higher priority unit. In this case, it is further helped by the fact there's 6-man squads. They're much harder for Stana to just move in there and wipe with a single tank, compared to say a 4-man Starstorm squad, which again are much more susceptible to just getting shot at by a tank. And there you go. EC8, they're getting hit with White Foster's run, tear gas rounds. Chaffee's, not Chaffee's, but M34 is charging in there, engaging the EC8 here, blasting shots, but Stana didn't think ahead. He has the anti-tank and backing up the EC8, but it's not going to be enough here. They're flanking the tank. They are heavily veteran. These are crews who take it out. Chaffee could be in trouble as well here. Good golly. Orangepest is on a rampage, cutting down American tanks with Italian steel. That must be furious.
Enemy forces are shaken. 100 points remain.
100 points left here for Stana. Ace tank there looks like it might just escape Orangepest, while managing the other ones is setting off like an impressive escape route for both tanks. But Stana pushes for the center. Oh dear, getting caught up here in the south. At least one escape goes pear-shaped, and an Italian tank is left burning. And the other one up north, can he escape as well here? He might have taken too long, allowing the anti-tank to catch up. He gets stuck in the ruins. Ah, and they both are down. They're both kaput. In the center, the RAV squad is met with heavy fire and is down. They are dropped as well there, allowing the Italians to get some bit more automatic going on for them. 82 versus 72.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Quick to call in more M1340s here, more Italian steel. Forced to fight several front war here now. Stana is not making it easy for Orangepest. And Stana, of course, quick to replace lost squads here with more infantry. Here, Ravner getting mauled by a smaller group up north here in the center. Bessier charging be met here with a fire from the EC8. Tiger tank is heavily damaged. Orangepest is being pushed to its very limits, but he keeps fighting like a true champion.
We have vehicles available in reserve.
Hansig is doing what little they can here. More Tilfar raining up in the center there. Vrav squad moving in fresh.
Acknowledged. Enemy forces on 75 points.
Great shot there from the Tiger tank, at least somewhat.
The victory point is being taken.
Charging in there. Grenade, though not quite as well dodged as the Germany right. We got 72 versus 72 here. Orangepest forces are at their very limits. And this point, we just sort of see, like, you know, Stana's like easily floating a lot of manpower despite everything because, again, of all the manpower bonuses he can generate. Meanwhile, Orangepest just doesn't really have the same thing on the same level, so he just cannot compete here with Stana. And he's trying to just, like, match the infantry again. Like, he's going for 5 squads, and Orangepest is, like, basically 3 to 4 there. He just cannot match the US economy. This is typically the problem with the, like, the DAK USF matchup, or, like, the Wehrmacht USF matchup. Like, the USF economy can really generate a lot of advantage as the match goes on, and that can be really difficult to keep up with once it gets going. Pack 38 wiped here, grenades being chucked. 69 versus 63, but Orangepest is definitely not giving up here. 59 versus 69, Orangepest has almost stopped the bleeding again. The victory point bleeding is, the actual bleeding continues. In the center, Bessier are forced off. Extreme violence here from Stana. 59 versus 56. Orangepest is absolutely feeling the heat here out of Stana. He's feeling the pain. Good shot from the Tiger tank there on the Shermanese here. But Stana's got plenty of guns which should tame the mighty German beast. And there goes Chaffee diving in here, forcing Orangepest to shift attention here. Can't take this lightly. And there goes Chaffee down. A pretty bold sacrificial piece there by Stana, but I guess he was concerned, like, you know, Tiger push here could catch him sufficiently off guard, then maybe take out his EZ, which would obviously be a much bigger loss there. So sacrificing the Chaffee does make a lot of sense, even if not ideal. 69 versus 46. Proud score, they're getting absolutely mauled here. 41. 39. Riflemen are getting decimated here. They're getting what? That's another BAR here for Orangepest to pick up. Though, of course, Stana can easily place them. Could also go for another EC8 right about now. He's got so many options. Meanwhile, Orangepest is just struggling to reinforce what he's got. Like, the current pace of the fighting is very difficult for Orangepest to match economically. Like, he's just not generating. I mean, there's also, of course, strength and steel, which just helps also a bit there with upkeep. And again, further lowering, like, you know, the stuff he, like, loses. I mean, just look at that. It's like just brutal stuff there. Rav squad's about to get wiped out here, though. But again, Stun will replace it. At this rate, or again, go for another Shermanese. There we go. 69 versus 19. Orangepest going for 3 victory points. Again, he needs to stop the bleed. He needs to turn against Stana once more. Almost got a wipe here. That would be huge. Another tank calling for Orangepest here. M1340 Tiger tank here getting slammed by American guns. M1340 down. As Stana there seizes Orangepest unentered tank and turning against him, adding another threat to Orangepest armor here. 67 versus 14. Like an out-of-control fire at a bakery. The heat has just gone up so much here against Orangepest. Bessier moving against the Rav squad. East here, they almost got knocked out. Rival squad's close to being wiped out. Narrowly surviving the encounter there. 14 versus 67. M13 in trouble there as Brad Pitt moves forwards. Oh, that's Brad Pitt. Anyways, that's his brother, Armando Pitt. As he's also called Arm. Anyways, Bessie Anderson, they're getting murdered. Riflemen continue to take massive losses here. Orangepest got so many kills in, then like over 200 casualties. And Stana hasn't even been using, you know, the infantry assault ability out of advanced infantry. Like, he can just afford these. Thanks to War Machine, a bit strength and steel and just, you know, advanced logistics. And there you go, Tiger Tank down, and with that, I think Orangepest is very much done. Like, he just can't match the economy of Stana, and yeah, that's it. GG, game over. A victory here for Stana, a loss for Orangepest, a brutal battle here. Orangepest at times was so close, but he really just struggled to like break through. And again, once a certain point hit, like again, Stana's economy was just operating at a much better pace here. That Orangepest was just able to grind him down quite effectively. Again, like just casualties to an extent just cease to matter. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Imperial Nation. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another next episode where I should hopefully have something fun out of the new patch. So thank you all for joining in, and see you all tomorrow. Cheers, everyone.